All right, we have a new dialogue here. We're going to be looking at a conversation between two neighbors talking about the members of their family. It's called Afrad al-Aila, members of the family. Majida, min al-bab. Who is at the door? Ana jartik Layla. I'm your neighbor, Layla. Jita zurik. I came in order to visit you. Notice the conjunction of purpose is lacking in Arabic. You just put two verbs together, and the second one is the purpose. Past tense, and then imperfect tense. I came to visit you. وَأَشْرَبْ قَهْوَةً مَعَكِ. And to drink coffee with you, or ma'aki. Ma'aki. You can say ma'aki or ma'aki. Or ma'ak. أهلا وسهلا ليلى. تفضلي ادخلي. أنا لسه كنت أطلع على صور عائلتي. So, welcome, Layla. Please come on in. تفضلي. أنا لسه كنت. So, here it translates, I was just looking at. Another way to say just, because we think of this word often in English, when you can say هلا كنت أطلع. هلا كنت أطلع. Here she says lissa. Lissa is usually translated still. So I was still looking at asur, at photos. This is a plural of surah, picture, sur, عيلتي. ممكن أشوف الصور. ممكن, perhaps, I can see. First person, I will see the pictures. طبعا وراح أحكي لك عنهم. Of course. طبعا, and راح, future particle will. First person, I will speak to you about them. It's very common in dialects, when they write dialect, to attach prepositions, especially the lam preposition, to the verb that it's collocated with. Funny thing in the way they wrote this, I think they actually switched the L and the ya, because it's pronounced ahki lik. So it might be better to switch those two. هذه الصورة لما العائلة اجتمعت مع بعض. So this photo is when the family, اجتمعت, is a past tense verb form 8, third person, feminine, singular. When the family, of course this is the subject, feminine, third person. When the family gathered مع بعض, together. أيوة بحري. Bahri is a imperative, feminine, second person, singular. It's a form 2 verb. It's a dialectical verb. It means to look. Often بحرفي. So look, هون في وسط أبوي وأمي. Look here in the middle, أبوي, my father, وأمي, my mother. أبوي كان جندي بالجيش. أبوي, of course, is the South Levantine way to say my father. It's pretty similar to MSA. It's said slightly differently in the Northern Levant, or actually it's quite different. I think they say bai for my father, and they say khai for my brother. أبوي كان جندي بالجيش. My dad was a soldier in the army. وتقاعد قبل 11 سنة. And he retired. This is a past tense verb form 6, from قعدة, to sit. In form 6 it means to retire. So he retired قبل 11. So this قبل is translated ago. They put it before the number. So 11 is 110 or 11 سنة. So he retired 11 years ago. وأمي كانت معلمة. And my mother was a teacher. Oh, sorry. معلمة تاريخ. So this is a teacher of history. So this is an adafa, so I need to pronounce the T on that. معلمة التاريخ فتقاعدت قبل سنتين, and she retired 2 years ago. وهم هلا مبسوطين بحياتهم مع بعض. وهم, and they are now happy in their lives together. حيا, this is a attached preposition be. هم بحبوا يسافروا وخاصة يزوروا أولادهم وأحفادهم. بحبوا, they like to travel, form 3 verb, to travel, and especially, in فصل يسي خاصة, they especially to visit their children and their grandchildren. الله يخليهم, may God preserve them. من هذول الاثنين اللي قاعدين على شمال أبوك. God preserve them. Who are those two which are sitting to the left of your father? So again, they're looking at photos, and so she's pointing to some people in the photo. قاعدين is active participle. Sitting. هذا أخوي نبيل ومرت أخوي وفاء. So أخوي, my brother. In northern Levant they say Khai. Mara, it's probably a degradation of imra'a in Fusha. It's the most common word for your wife. Very common to say marti, my wife. In this case, it's an adafa with akhui. Wa mart akhui, so it's because it's an adafa, we pronounce the T. And her name is Wafa. Nabil, muhandis elektroni. So Nabil is an electronic engineer. This alif lam is not the definite article, rather it's part of the foreign word. Electronics starts with EL. So he's an electrical engineer. بيشتغل بشركة كبيرة. This aleph is what's called an epenthetic vowel. It has no semantic value. It's just extra vowel. So this B is the preposition. So بيشتغل, he works in a big company. وهم عايشين بالكويت, and they live in Kuwait. وهذول أولادهم, and these are their children, اللي قاعدين قدامهم, who are sitting in front of them. I should make a note of these qafs. In Jordan, usually the men pronounce it as a g, but very often in the Levant, of course, it's a glottal stop. So a'adin uddamhum would be another common way to say it. Aywa. So are those their children sitting in front of them? Aywa. Yes. بنت أخوي سنة تخرجت من الجامعة وهي هلا معيدة بالجامعة. So my niece, or the daughter of my brother, Sana, تخرجت is a form 5 verb, feminine, past tense. She graduated من الجامعة, from the university. وهي هلا معيدة. This is a form 4 verb, participle. She is a helper, or an assistant. بالجامعة, at the university. وابن أخوي اسمه, and my nephew, or the son of my brother, اسمه, this is a attached pronoun, third person, his name. In MSA, you use a ha, but in dialect, they can do it either way, with a wow or with a ha. His name is Adil. درس طب. He studied medicine. وتخصص بالقلب. And he specialized form 5 verb in the heart. وهلأ هو دكتور مشهور. And now he is a famous doctor. ما شاء الله. ومين هذول الاثنين اللي قاعدين على يمين أمك? And who are those two which are sitting at the right of your mother? هذه اختي. That's my sister, سعاد. جوز اختي, Sammy. So that's my sister, Su'ad, and the husband of my sister, Sammy. Joz is a dialect word. It's obviously related to the MSA word, zawj. So when they flip the consonants, that's called metathesis. And for some reason that happens a few times actually in dialect between the jim and the za. Like, jazaz is the word for, zujaj is the word for glass. And it's often pronounced gazaz or jazaz in dialect. Funny thing is, this root by itself means nut in MSA. But it's very common to say Josie. That means my husband. In fact, the most common way to refer to your husband is Josie. But Joz ikhti, Sammy. Su'ad, تشتغلش. You could say, Su'ad ما بتشتغل, she doesn't work. Or you can say, تشتغلش, she doesn't, which uses sheen negator, and it accomplishes the same thing. Or you can do both of them. ما بتشتغلش. You have two negators like you do in French. وجوزها بيشتغل ميكانيكي عنده كراج. But her husband works as a mechanic. And there is to him a garage. Obviously, English word, garage. ممتاز. وهلأ بدي أفرجيكي صورة سيدي. And now, بدي, I want, أفرجيك, I want to show you صورة سيدي. A picture of my grandfather, وستي, and my grandmother, وخالي وخالتي, and my uncle and my aunt on my mom's side. وهذا سيدي, and that's grandpa. كان يشتغل بوستجي. This is an English word, bost. Here it translates mailman, so the postman. Bostji. The suffix, I believe, is from Turkish, but it's used throughout the Levant to refer to an occupation. So mu'asirji is a plumber, kahrabji is a electrician, and so on and so forth. There's even you can also say niswanji, which is a womanizer. So it can be for other things than occupations, just sort of an adjective describing a person. تصوري كان يمشي كل يوم ويوزع مكاتيب على كل بيت بالبلد. Imagine, second person imperative feminine. كان يمشي, he would walk. كل يوم ويوزع, and he would pass out. Form 2 verb, imperfect. مكاتيب. This is a plural of the dialect word maktub. Usually maktub means written. In dialect it can mean letter, so the plural is makatib. عكل البيوت بالبلد. This is preposition 2. To every biyut is the plural of beit. All the houses in the city. وستي كانت خياطة. And my grandma, she was a seamstress. خياطة شاطرة. Very talented. Usually this is often used for smart, but you can also put it with skills to mean talented. كانت تخيط فساتين